It is an exclusive sports platform that provides extensive and quality local content sports programs across the country. Follow us on our Facebook page, YouTube, Instagram, or better still, on our app on Google or Play Store. For business purposes, you can contact us on these numbers. Intel Sports will remain Liberia's exclusive and best sports television station. Midweek Sports provides you with the opportunity to interact directly with the stakeholders in the sector, the players, teams, including technicians. It comes your way once a week, every Wednesday from 1 to 2 p.m. with a repeat on Thursday at 2 p.m. Midweek Sports highlights major happenings and trending news, as well as captivating action and stories, all in the sector. The exclusive sports show is a 1-hour conversation with policy makers, stakeholders, and direct actors in the Midweek Sports provides you with the opportunity to interact directly with the stakeholders in the sector.
A pleasant good afternoon from Painesville. Welcome to Midweek Sports live and direct here on Intel Sports. We're coming to you from our Painesville offices here at the Rehab Drive Intersection. Welcome to this another presentation of the program, the first edition for the month of September 2025. My name is Julius Compton. We'll be discussing a lot more in today's presentation. As you may be aware, the semi-finals of the Beto Max Champions Cup kicks off on today at the same venue, the Tucson Sports Pitch in Gardnersville. Kickoff time is 3:30 this afternoon, and it will be between Heaven 11 and the legs of Global Farmer. The two teams managed their way to the semi-finals. Global Farmer finishing on 7 points, topping Group B, while Heaven 11 finished at the bottom of a group with 6 points. We'll be bringing that game to you live and direct by 3:30, and we'll be talking about that as well. And as you may be aware, the senior national team of Liberia will on tomorrow away from home, battle Tunisia there in Tunis, and a Liberian journalist covering that all-important game, traveling with the team, is former president of the Liberia Sports Writers Association of Liberia, Koluba Zeze. We will be speaking with him via mobile to tell us about the momentum on the camp for the senior national team of Liberia ahead of tomorrow's encounter. They are third on the table with 8 points, and Tunisia is first on that particular Group H table. And we hope to speak with our reporter also at the Tucson Sports Page to give us a detail of what's happening. And finally, our guest we are expecting is the president of the Liberia Football Association, Mustafa Araji. Is our guest. We hope to speak with him. He just returned from Nairobi, Kenya for the CAF Congress. So many good things happened, and there was some disclosure made by the president of CAF, Dr. Patrice Musipi. We'll be discussing that. What are some of the packages therein for Liberia? We'll be talking about infrastructure. They just ended TDS on 15 country tournament, which ended at the George Rias Technical Center. We'll be discussing that and also the Beto Max Cup. So welcome to it. It is a comprehensive power pack and presentation with so many good news and information that you will use to start your afternoon right on this program, Midweek Sports. We take this break. So be right back.
Midweek Sports provides you with the opportunity to interact directly with the stakeholders in the sector, the players, fans, including technicians. It comes your way once a week, every Wednesday from 1 to 2 p.m. with a repeat on Thursday at 2 p.m. Midweek Sports highlights major happenings and trending news, as well as captivating action and stories, all in the sector. Intel Sports, Liberia's biggest and professional sports television station, is now located at GSA and Rehab Drive in Painesville. Intel Sports is 100% Liberian owned. It is an exclusive sports platform that provides extensive and quality local content sports programs across the country. Follow us on our Facebook page, YouTube, Instagram, or better still, on our app on Google or Play Store. For business purposes, you can contact us on these numbers. Intel Sports will remain Liberia's exclusive and best sports television station. Intel Sports, Liberia's biggest and professional sports television station, is now located at GSA and Rehab Drive in Painesville. Intel Sports is 100% Liberian owned. It is an exclusive sports platform that provides extensive and quality local content sports programs across the country. Follow us on our Facebook page, YouTube, Instagram, or better still, on our app on Google or Play Store. For business purposes, you can contact us on these numbers. Intel Sports will remain Liberia's exclusive and best sports television station. Midweek Sports provides you with the opportunity to interact directly with the stakeholders in the sector, the players, fans, including technicians. It comes your way once a week.
Many thanks for rejoining us, and if you're just coming our way, you are watching Midweek Sports live and direct on Intel Sports. As you may be aware, the senior national team of Liberia, the Lone Star, will on tomorrow lock horns with Tunisia in Tunis as part of the World Cup qualifiers. Former president of the Sports Writers Association of Liberia, Koluba Zeze, is traveling with the team as a sports journalist. Koluba, welcome you live on Intel Sports.
Thank you very much, Julius, and happy to be with you this afternoon.
Thank you. It's good to have you. Firstly, tell us how was the one since you arrived in Tunis? How's the atmosphere thus far in that part of North Africa?
Well, it's a bit heated here. The heat is kind of crazy. Last week we have a bit of rain. The players are having a cool time, and well, we are okay. Not seeing a lot of Liberians. I'm told Liberians are living far off Tunis, so I think we've managed to see 4 Liberians so far visiting the camp. But we are here and looking up to what happens tomorrow.
How was the one section, warming up section, training up section with the team? How was it like so far?
Well, yeah, it was kind of good. The guys put in all they could, to impress the coach or to impress the technical staff of selection. You could see hunger in them that they want to be big for the game tomorrow. So everyone has been working very, very, very well. Last evening they had a bit of intense in the section tactically. We are finding it a bit difficult to get goals into our against our opponents. The coaches were working on that, and also defense and the midfield. So they're gonna have the final round of the training section later tonight at the venue of the match. So it's at 7 p.m. They will go out. Our time here is 7 p.m. It will be 6 p.m. in Monrovia.
Okay, Koluba, thank you so much. You did a brilliant, comprehensive report about the game, the training section, the background, and everything. I want you to bring us up to speed. Koluba, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yes. Can you confirm to us in terms of all of the players, have they all arrived, and what next?
Yeah, so all of the overseas players arrived. The last entering was Edward Leonard. He came yesterday, like 30 minutes to the training section time, and he joined the guys immediately, on the balls and wanted to train. So the guys are here. All of the guys are here, except that 2 of the local players did not make the trip. They are still in Monrovia. Daniel To and Yanfor. They had some document issues, and so they did not make the trip. So we are here with 23 players. The coach had invited 25 players, so 2 players in Monrovia. But all of the overseas players are here. You have Devantier, you have Solo Tue. The rest of the guys are here.
What is the news we're hearing on the camp in terms of motivation? How is it there? How is it like?
Well, motivation, the players themselves trying to build that among themselves. They're trying to, see, but, let's fight for the game tomorrow. One thing I have not heard too much of noise, but honestly, the guys did not travel with pedams. Uh, but they are trying their best. They are keeping their focus. After training section, they go in pairs, go into their respective apartments or rooms, and then come downstairs, sit together, have team talk, have conversation. The technical people are, continuously, encouraging them. Let's go for the win. Let's go for the best tomorrow. So they are gradually coming to terms with where they are and hoping that they can, fight for the best result tomorrow.
Any final thing you like to say to Liberians back home, especially about this game?
Well, I was just in a conversation with, in an interview with Coach Thomas Kojo. Hope I can clean around that clipping. It took it very fast and a video, and he was talking. Yes, he's concerned about everything concerning, Liberian not getting goals and everything. Liberian football fans may not be in the support. They may not be happy with where the team is. But he said, well, Liberians should try their best and just, pray for the team, rally the support, anything can happen tomorrow. And last evening, I was monitoring the Cottage TV. It's a local TV not too far from the Sheraton Hotel. The guys were discussing, and the coach of Tunisia was on, and he was talking about he is very mindful of Liberia, not because they won Liberia in Monrovia. They are very, very mindful. In fact, there is a report here that following a 1-0 victory for the Tunisians, there was public crowd. People telling the coach that he needed to reshift the team. He needed to restructure the team. So the coach has done that. The coach has done that. He has dropped most of the guys, leaving only tech team players, and he invited additional or new faces, almost 14, 15 players who are here in Tunis training with the tech team that survived from the FKD game. And so he will do the final selection from that for the game tomorrow. So the Tunisians themselves, they were not happy that the manner informed they won Liberia, they were not happy. And so they are cautious. The coach said that last night on the Cottage TV. And I'm sure they don't know the Liberian players. They don't know whether, who are the big names and what have you. So they themselves are very, very mindful.
Okay, thank you very much. We hope to get you later on before kickoff on tomorrow. That's Koluba Zeze traveling with the senior national team currently in Tunis, for the World Cup qualifiers on tomorrow between Tunisia and Liberia. And if you are just coming our way, you're watching Midweek Sports here on Intel Sports. Liberia is third on that particular group table. Tunisia is first. A crucial win is what is expected. The guys are motivated to some extent, despite not receiving per diems before traveling with the team, according to Koluba Zizi. But the coach is really optimistic, motivating the guys that they can put out a surprise. At the same time, the home side Tunisia are also very careful of Liberia, even though they defeated Liberia, but at the same time, and the performance, according to their own fan base there, they weren't really happy with the performance here back home. So they made some new additions. Over 15 players, 13 out of the previous team that came here survived. The rest have been changed. And so they made some 15 introductions. And so they are also taking that particular game seriously, especially playing at home. We're taking this break until we'll be right back. You're watching the program Midweek Sports on Intel Sports.
Midweek Sports provides you with the opportunity to interact directly with the stakeholders in the sector, the players, fans, including technicians. It comes your way once a week, every Wednesday from 1 to 2 p.m. with a repeat on Thursday at 2 p.m. Midweek Sports highlights major happenings and trending news, as well as captivating action and stories, all in the sector. Intel Sports, Liberia's biggest and professional sports television station, is now located at GSA and Rehab Drive in Painesville. Intel Sports is 100% Liberian owned. It is an exclusive sports platform that provides extensive and quality local content sports programs across the country. Follow us on our Facebook page, YouTube, Instagram, or better still, on our app on Google or Play Store. For business purposes, you can contact us on these numbers. Intel Sports will remain Liberia's exclusive and best sports television station. Midweek Sports provides you with the opportunity to interact directly with the stakeholders in the sector, the players, teams, including technicians. It comes your way once a week, every Wednesday from 1 to 2 p.m. with a repeat on Thursday at 2 p.m. Midweek Sports highlights major happenings and trending news, as well as captivating action and stories, all in the sector. Midweek Sports provides you with Intel Sports, Liberia's biggest and professional sports television station, is now located at GSA and Rehab Drive in Painesville. Intel Sports is 100% Liberian owned. It is an exclusive sports platform that provides extensive and quality local content sports programs across the country. Follow us on our Facebook page, YouTube, Instagram, or better still, on our app on Google or Play Store. For business purposes, you can contact us on these numbers. Intel Sports will remain Liberia's exclusive and best sports television station. Midweek Sports provides you with the opportunity to interact directly with the stakeholders in the sector, the players, teams, including technicians. It comes your way once a week, every Wednesday from 1 to 2 p.m. with a repeat on Thursday at 2 p.m. Midweek Sports highlights major happenings and trending news, as well as captivating action and stories, all in the sector. The exclusive sports show is a 1-hour conversation with policymakers, stakeholders, and direct actors in the sporting sector. The exclusive sports show brings you face to face with those who make the news in the sporting sector of Liberia. Join your host, Julius Compton, every Thursday from 1 to 2 p.m. for the program, The Exclusive Sports Show, live and direct on Intel Sports. Beyond the live conversation, the analysis and discussions with the stakeholders, players, and fans, live and direct on Intel Sports. Weekend Wrap comes your way every Saturday from 10 to 12.
Thanks for rejoining us. If you're just coming our way, you are watching Midweek Sports here on Intel Sports. We previously spoke with a Liberian journalist who is currently traveling with the senior national team of Liberia now in Tunisia for the World Cup qualifiers, Koluba Zeze. And if you're just coming our way, let's bring you up to speed with some of the things he stated. According to him, all of the foreign-based players are already on camp in Tunis. They will have their last section later this evening in Tunis ahead of the kickoff on tomorrow in Tunisia. The guys, according to him, are trying as much as possible to motivate themselves ahead of the encounter. The coach, Thomas Kojo, is also very optimistic and that Liberia can put out a surprise package away from home. Head-to-head record, Tunisia has defeated Liberia 6 and while Liberia 3 times respectively. So they've got that edge over Liberia. But the game on tomorrow, some fans and citizens in Tunisia weren't happy with the result back home. As a result, it triggered the coach to make some new introduction into their squad. 13 players that came here remained, and the rest are new players that were introduced to the senior national team of Tunisia because of their performance here in Liberia. That's according to Koluba Zeze, who is currently in Tunisia. Back in Liberia, the Betomas Champions Cup, we started back then in August, will now officially move to the semi-finals, as you can see on your screen already. Heaven 11 will battle Global Farmer, and the winner will move straightly to the grand finals on Sunday, and they will be eyeing the 10,000 United States dollars cash prize for that particular competition. It is the maiden edition after they signed a partnership agreement with the Liberia Football Association. The top 8 ranked teams at the end of the league season will automatically gain qualification into the Betomas Champions Cup, which started. And we are now in the semi-finals today. By 3:30, as you've already watching, will be another battle. And on tomorrow, we will climax the semi-finals with the last game and between B Mountain and Freeport. But on today, it's going to be a classical encounter at the Tusa Sports pitch in Gardnersville. As soon as we get words from Theophilus Jiko, who is currently making his way to the Tusa Sports pitch, we will speak with him. But there have been some fascinating performances. The guys, there have been some good moves, perfect defensive work, excellent goals scored so far in the competition. Let's now bring you a few highlights that you can watch ahead of the game. That's the road to the semi-finals after the group stage between the two teams where you earlier saw Heaven 11 in their first game. They won by 2-0. In their second game, they won by 1-0. And they collected 6 points. In their last game, they got beaten by the legs of B Mountain by 2-1. And so they scored so far in the competition. They were able to score 4 goals and they conceded 2, and the 2 came in at the last stage of their group game between B Mountain. On the other hand, Global Farmers also in their first game, they won 2-0 against Discoveries. They won their second game against Watanga by 1-0. And their last game against Freeport, they settled to a 1-1 draw. And as a result, they also scored 4 goals in the competition. 2 of the 4 goals came from Darius Gamonde, the number 9 player, one of the promising stars, who is tipped for the highest goal scorer in the Betomas Champions Cup. If he can provide a goal on today, he also got an assist into the competition as we speak. And they conceded just a goal, and that goal came in their last fixture against Freeport FC in the second half of that match. And so it tells you that the two teams defensively, they've got something to show on today. 2 and 1 respectively at their backs. This is the program Midweek Sports, here on Intel Sports. I'm Julius Compton. Let's take this break. To be right back. When we come back, we'll bring you a conversation with the president of the Liberia Football Association, Mustafa Araji, during the just ended Honor 15 tournament at the George Weahs Technical Center there in Carisburg. But we'll take this break. To be right back.
Midweek Sports provides you with the opportunity to interact directly with the stakeholders in the sector, the players, fans, including technicians. It comes your way once a week, every Wednesday from 1 to 2 p.m. with a repeat on Thursday at 2 p.m. Midweek Sports highlights major happenings and trending news, as well as captivating action and stories, all in the sector. Intel Sports, Liberia's biggest and professional sports television station, is now located at GSA and Rehab Drive in Painesville. Intel Sports is 100% Liberian owned. It is an exclusive sports platform that provides extensive and quality local content sports programs across the country. Follow us on our Facebook page, YouTube, Instagram, or better still, on our app on Google or Play Store. For business purposes, you can contact us on these numbers. Intel Sports will remain Liberia's exclusive and best. Intel Sports, Liberia's biggest and professional sports television station, is now located at GSA and Rehab Drive in Painesville. Intel Sports is 100% Liberian owned. It is an exclusive sports platform that provides extensive and quality local content sports programs across the country. Follow us on our Facebook page, YouTube, Instagram, or better still, Midweek Sports provides you with the opportunity to interact directly.
Many thanks for rejoining us, and if you're just coming our way, you are watching Midweek Sports here on Intel Sports. Is where we bring you the latest happening in the world of sports. We also speak with the newsmakers, the athletes themselves, and to talk about exactly what's happening in the world of sports. As you may be aware, the Liberia Football Association, as part of its youth development program, just clamors is all important Youth Honor 15 competition there at the George Weahs Technical Center in Carisburg, and trying to bring some young talents to build them up in order to ensure that they do their best for all of the different level of the national teams, respectively. Well, viewing that particular opening section, the president of the Liberia Football Association, Mustafa Raji, spoke with our reporter, and let's listen to some of the importance about the youth development program that he spoke about, among others, during the program.
Just a tournament. It's a gathering of players from all over Liberia in the U15 category, what we call the best out of the best. So it's part of our development program, the academy program that we call the talent development scheme. And through the talent development scheme, we have to filter in players that are scouted over the 15 counties. And the best of them represent the various counties, assembled and participate in competitive matches where our scouts assigned to the talent development scheme and the academy program will identify the talented players for addition to the academy program. So today you see our legend, former legend and national team, legend and former national team player James Deba, who is the head scout and is advising and supporting the youth. It's to just give every talent a chance. In order to give every talent a chance, we try to organize this competition, especially during the break period where the children have the opportunity to come and showcase their talent. So we brought in players, teams from Sino, from Bapolu, from Magibi County, from Nima County, participating in events at all costs of the LFA through the support of the talent development scheme of FIFA and that of the operational cost of the Liberia Football Association. Again, this is our own way, and the assurance we're giving our people out there that yes, we now create a new pathway for football development and developing talented players in our country. It was a lot. Typical example, when we started the pilot with the U15 that was headed by former national team coach Ansu Keita, we've seen today the results of bulk of those players, a percentage of those players moving on to Europe. Today we are confident that with the caliber of players we've scouted from the 15 counties and more to do, because the scouting process is continuous, it's not just going to stop. So we're going to continue the process on a monthly basis, 15 counties, and then during the break period, go through the best of the best tournament where we can select the best players to bring onto the academy. The future is brighter for Liberia because we have quality U15 players participating and representing the country in these youth tournaments. And once they showcase their talent, we are confident that they'll be scouted by bigger teams from Europe, and not only Asia, but Europe particularly. And in a few years, we can see these players play for our national team. One of those players, for example, in our past program, Emmanuel Foley, with Slava Prague, was called up by the senior national team coach to form part of the delegation against Tunisia and that of Malawi. So it shows that there's a lot that we can do or we can give.
Thanks for rejoining us, and if you're just coming our way, you are watching Midweek Sports here on Intel Sports. You've just followed and listened to the president of the Liberia Football Association, Mustafa Raji, speaking via the George Weah Technical Center during the Youth Honor 15 program. He also shook hands with the players, motivating them as well during the commencement of that particular program, which has so far ended. Earlier, we spoke with Koluba Zeze, who is currently in Tunisia. Tunis, talking about the motivation, the zest, and the current condition of the team and players ahead of tomorrow's encounter. We are privileged now to have the president live in studio of the LFA, Mustafa Raji. Mr. President, I'd like to say welcome and thanks for coming.
Julius, good afternoon. Thank you very much for the invitation, and apologies for arriving late. A couple of issues we had at the Federation, but again, it's a pleasure to be here, and good afternoon to football lovers out there, Liberians in and out. I'm happy to be here, discuss football, issues in football, challenges, and how we can all move forward as one Liberia.
Thank you so much. You just returned from Nairobi, Kenya. How was the Congress, President?
Well, it's not a Congress. I'm also a member of the CAF Executive Committee.
Okay.
So we have responsibilities in terms of discussing football, interests of football development as a whole in our country. We participated in the closure of the CHAN, the African Nations Championship finals in Nairobi. And Morocco, we all know, won the cup. And during that period also, we participated in the CAF Impact Program, a program that we approve as members of the Executive Committee of CAF. And I think it's something good for the football on the continent. And during our discussion, I'll explain more about the CAF Impact Program, its benefits, and the work we continue to do in Africa, African football, our contribution at the level of the Executive Committee, and how it benefits Liberia, Liberian clubs, and how the new CAF Impact Program will sort of pave way for additional growth in our football industry. So that's what we did while in Kenya. We also interacted with some of our colleagues' network to see how we can explore and get more opportunity for Liberia, because the key is about not only representing Africa on the level of the executive committee and sharing ideas, it's also about exploring and seeking opportunities for our country and see how we can network and our partners can, some sort of give support, technical support, or financial contribution towards the growth of our football.
How were their initial responses during your networking section so far?
Oh, very positive. Julius, to those who have followed, and for those who haven't followed or who don't understand, I think it permit me to use the next 3 minutes to provide more details in terms of what we've done at the LFA, giving our own role as president of the LFA, as vice president of WAFU, as a member of the executive committee. How has it benefited our country? I can proudly say that we've made significant strides in terms of bringing support. If you recall today, the bucket seats you see at the technical center, the 2 Southfield, the SKD practice pitch, and the ATS was through our works and networking and partnership. And we benefited that through the Romanian Football Federation, through our brother and friend, Razvan, who is also a member of the FIFA Council. And we were able to get that at no cost to Liberia, at no cost to the Football Association. But based on the works and the interaction with our colleagues, we also got support through the Hungarian Football Federation. We got medical supplies and equipment that we distributed amongst our clubs. Through the period, we benefited through the UEFA Assist also. We got a minivan for grassroots program through UEFA Assist. And then we extended to Asia, the Saudi Football Federation, where today, you saw that based on the request from the chief patron of sports, the Liberia Football Association turned over a full-size artificial pitch for installation at the Momo Tower football pitch in Grand Cape Mal County. Our own way of, aligning with the vision of this president, the chief patron of sports, in decentralizing football and creating and building infrastructures around Liberia. So that support came through our partnership and lobbying power with the Saudi Football Federation, a full-size pitch, including the SBR, the pitch, and other materials to be installed. Through the CMO Saudi Football Federation, we received around a 40-footer container full with Puma balls that was distributed amongst our clubs over the last 3 seasons, value over 120,000 euros. Our referees also benefited through that initiative. We got around 75,000 worth of equipment, euros, for our referees who received and used them. And then for the first time, we got around 8 referees who traveled to Saudi Arabia to take advanced training in referee development, and all costs covered by the Saudi Football Federation, including accommodation, flight tickets, and feeding. So, it's just to show, to Liberians in terms of our own ability to engage, attract more support from our country, no cost to national government, no cost to our stakeholders in the federation, but to bring in more support. One of the biggest of all is a 1.5 million US dollar investment at the Andrew Tottenham Stadium. That started around 2021 when I met with my colleagues from Morocco in Cameroon during the CHAN. Then I serve as member of the organizing committee. So today you see the installations ongoing at the ATS.
How far is that project in terms of percentage?
Getting close to finishing. Now they are still installing the last batch of crush stones from Medina Rock Crusher. So I'm happy in terms of the progress so far, but it just shows in terms of the ability we have, how we can lobby on behalf of our country and bring more support. And bulk of these things is not personal. We go out not to seek our own personal interest, but the interest of the overall, the overall benefit of Liberia and Liberians, because I feel presenting personal issues will not benefit the country more, benefit a single individual, myself. So I put country first, and that's why I feel proud. And we walk around feeling happy as achieving and making these achievements in terms of lobbying with our friends and bringing more support to our country. On the other part, from the side of FIFA, we see now that we have two arena projects ongoing, soon to be finished. I believe this month the experts will be coming, one in the Shuffling Barracks, another on the Babaway School is the FIFA Arena project, and also the Gompa pitch that will soon be dedicated. We have another with partnership in partnership with Mr. Thomas F. Floyd, the Sandy Cole field named after Floyd Thomas is also ongoing, an initiative and support through the solidarity contribution. The Willie D. Knuckles field right here in Zuba Town, tender has been launched. So very soon we finalize the agreement and you see another pitch at the Willie D. Knuckles facility. So these are things that we try doing outside representing our country, seeking support, intervening, and putting personal interest last, and putting the country and our football first. And finally, as part of some of those lobbying, I would just like to reference two of our legends who serve country, play for a national team in the name of Christopher Ray and Kevin Sibwe. Also traveled to Morocco, obtained the CAF diploma through the Morocco Football Federation. And I'm very proud. More to happen. We are opening up and looking up to national government, not only from the side of the Liberia Football Association, but sports in general, sporting federation in general. We want to form part sort of with the national government delegation that will be going outside to friendly nations, not with the intention of just traveling to go and merrymake, but we want to form part of the national government delegation to engage with our counterparts and see how we can convince them to provide more support. Now, going alone, and most of these things that we've done, we travel alone to go and negotiate and bring these things to the country. And I think if we have more support from national government, the Football Federation, Basketball Federation can travel out, or the Volleyball Federation can travel along with the government, including our Minister of Sports, to see how we can, engage with friendly nations, Germany, France, whatsoever, and try to convince them, present to them the issues we have and see how we can collectively work together to, some sort of foster and develop sport infrastructure or knowledge exchange, technical exchange, opportunities for sport administrators or those in sports medicine, and etc.
I want to take you back to the meeting in Nairobi, Kenya. I did hear the president of CAF, Dr. Patrice Musipi. He spoke about private partnership deal, $1 billion for the continent, and he also talked about $8 million for clubs in Africa as well.
So very well, Julius, and it started in a lot of ways. And again, not to boast, but there are a lot that we've done at the level of CAF. Today, we can see that our clubs are now benefiting one way or the other directly from CAF and not only to the federation. So during our period at the CAF Executive Committee, we lobby and work along with the leadership. And for the first time, after many years, CAF started to give back to clubs participating in an inter-club competition, CAF Confederation Cup or CAF Champions League. So in the past, when you play as a qualifying club or champion club in the CAF Champions League, once you are eliminated, you get zero. We started the first year. Every club that participated in the CAF Champions League or Confederation Cup received around $50,000 after elimination. Leska FC benefited. I mean, you can confirm that. Watanga FC also benefited. Pinsville FC of Liberia also benefited. We continue lobbying at the level of the CAF Executive Committee, and we're able to make a stronger case, and that amount has been increased. So FC Fasel, for example, who qualified, won the championship, once they play against the MC Orjo, no matter how they advance or whatsoever, they are guaranteed to receive a minimum of $100,000 by just participating in the CAF Champions League. Blackman Warrior will also get around $100,000 minimum by participating in the CAF Champions League. And from the other part, in terms of the women's Champions League, I mean, if you can recall, the Temi girls, when they participated and came out as the last team in the competition, also received $100,000. So it's based on experiences that we have within the sub-region, from experiences in football in Liberia, and based on advices from other veterans in football in our country, we were able to sit around the table at the level of the CAF Executive Committee and push the agenda where clubs who are participating in the CAF competitions can also get support. Now, with the $1 billion project, it's something that we, as members of the Executive Committee of CAF, is very much in support of the vision of the president, because at the end point, each members association is going to benefit minimum of $1 million to reinvest into its football program. And we can guarantee that, getting this amount, it's not only going to be about the football association, but we have to then reinvest in club football, in infrastructure, in sports medicine, in refereeing, in coaching, and a lot of other areas that can grow our football. So today, through the CAF Impact Program that was also launched at the CAF, approved by us as a member of the Executive Committee, we have around $350,000 in that program with specific criteria. So we have for operational costs of the member association. We also have under that contribution for women's football development, and we also have youth football and schools football development under the CAF Impact Program. So what we've done as the LFA, by activating, after activating the CAF Impact Program through the CAF Executive Committee, we thought that it's also important, taking into consideration the amount of money we were getting from CAF, women's football development, payment for youth football and schools football development. And we think that women's football, with the challenges, we thought as the Executive Committee first introduce a new benefit program in addition to what we are giving to each of the women's upper league clubs. So, we all know that we're giving around $6,000 from the FIFA for All funds to support women's football upper league teams. Now, the additional cost that we are giving from the CAF Impact Program that we see from CAF is around $1,500 per club with specific criteria. Now, we decided to come up with more flexible options for the club to utilize this fund, but to ensure that it is tied to development. So under 1,500, there are only 3 criteria that the clubs need to apply, and we're saying that you can either use it for sporting, meaning to purchase sporting equipment, or medical, meaning medical insurance for players because we want to guarantee that our players are safe, or education. So a club can decide and use the entire 1,500 towards contribution for the education of the players who are in school, or they can use the $1,500 to cover insurance of their players, or they can use the entire $1,500 to cover purchase of equipment. Another option could be spread the money, the $1,500 evenly. So this amount commenced this year. It's going to be done every other year, and we're going to look at option how to increase this amount to a bigger amount like we do with the FIFA for All funds. Rest assured that there's a percentage from these funds that we are getting. So this percentage is dedicated towards the development of our upper league clubs and to see how we can strengthen the area of sporting equipment, medical, and education. On the other part, looking at schools football, yes, we're going to expand and do the same and do more for them in that area.
If you're just coming our way, you're watching Midweek Sports here on Intel Sports. Our guest is the president of the LFA, Mustafa Raji. We will move a little bit further because of time, and we will go 15 minutes after 2 o'clock before leaving our main studios to join our colleagues there at the Two Star Sports page. But Mr. President, recently the LFA signed a partnership agreement 3 years with Beto Match. As we speak, the semi-finals of that competition will begin today. Firstly, what do you make of that partnership agreement? So many people talking about the impact.
Well, I think it's a great move, and we want to say again thanks and bravo to Beto Max for joining the LFA. Thanks to our hardworking marketing team, marketing consultant, Mr. Oliver Rwana. Thanks to Mr. Sekou Kone, who is the chairperson on the marketing committee alongside, co-chaired by our second vice president, Mr. Dolphus Dolo. They all work alongside with the team to make this happen.
Mm-hmm.
I think another good part about it is it's going to even make it far more competitive in terms of our league, because all of the clubs we want to push to falling in the first 8 among the first 8 teams. The other part is about pushing, and Beto Max has opened up and they've shown signal, because we also want to see scene happening on the side of women's football. Mind you, since we took over, we try to also prioritize women's football. So we try to push, the idea of the women's football inclusion in these activities. And I think it's going to help reduce the issue in terms of suspicion of match manipulation or match fixing. Also, it's going to help some of the clubs financially to get some benefits, because once you fall in the first 8 position, it's something beneficial. So, we are very happy, and we are looking up to other companies to join hands, mobile companies, MTN, Orange, to come in with more support, other betting companies. There are a lot of other projects that we can work on, or partnership deals that we can work on to make it better. But on the overall, bravo and thanks to Beto Max for identifying the good works that we continue to do at the LFA and to partner with us. Today we stand as the only federation in the country that is getting that level of sponsorship, not only from Beto Max, but for our league and other activities that we are involved in. We appreciate the support and cooperation of our stakeholders who continue to support, criticize, recommend, but it's all about the positive impact of football in our country.
We will not leave you talking about this. Liberia will battle Tunisia on tomorrow. Firstly, I guess before coming here, you've been having some communications with the team in Tunisia. What's the news you have for us? What's happening there in Tunisia?
Oh, well, first and foremost, we'd like to say to all Liberians, the issue of the national team is the responsibility of each and every one of us. We know there will be concerns from a lot of people out there, stakeholders in and out, about the support of the national team. It is challenging. Economy is not too good, not too strong. We're trying to rebuild, and we hope that each and every one of us understand. We're there in Nairobi, facing the challenges in terms of movement, but we are happy that the team was able to travel to Tunisia, and I'm also happy to announce to all Liberians that if you followed, accommodation issue was no problem, feeding no problem. We also utilize our relationships out there to ensure that the team accommodation was guaranteed and feeding was guaranteed. We can also announce that the Ministry of Finance has released on yesterday a check of around 248,000 as part of the payment for the 2 matches. We hope the balances can be provided, but I think it's something good. Better late than never. And it's also about the collaboration between the Ministry of Youth and Sports, Ministry of Finance, the LFA, and all of those involved with the national team, our national team technical staff and the players for their understanding. We are now working on modalities to see how we can get the money over to them, especially when it comes to the paradigm, because the players traveled, didn't have paradigm with them. So we're trying to work it out to see they can have the payments available before the match tomorrow. And it's all calm there. They're all confident, because this is not the first time. Both of the time national team travel, it's not just under this administration. It has happened over many years. But again, our ability to handle the situation like we've handled, I'm very happy with that cooperation from our second vice president, first vice president, the Minister of Sports and his team, the Minister of Finance and his team. They work very hard overnight to ensure that at least we have some funds guaranteed for the delegation way there in Tunis.
What do we hope to see tomorrow? With even though we've listened that the guys are motivated, some are in there motivating each other. We have a crucial game with Tunisia. What do you think we hope to expect?
Well, I mean, we hope and pray for a good performance, Julius. I mean, mind you, Tunisia is not the easiest side. Liberia, I mean, you can also look at our preparation. I mean, most times preparation is not so good. Unfortunately, as the Football Association, we requested the international friendly competition. We didn't get the money to prepare the team to allow the technical staff to identify, the caliber of players they wanted to bring on. But however, I mean, it is what it is. I believe they've done the best possible in terms of the selection, and we're hoping that we get the best result. Unfortunately, I mean, for the records, we have 3 members who could not make it to Tunisia. 2 players, Jan Yanfor and Daniel To, unfortunately couldn't make it to Tunis. And due to the financial engagement and other ups and downs, the Minister of Sports, Councillor Ko, was also not able to form part of the delegation because I believe he had to stay while we arranged for the receipt of payment from the Minister of Finance.
Okay, finally, you're watching the program Midweek Sports here on Intel Sports. Before we leave and join our colleagues there at the Two Stars Sports page. Over the period, local transfer, the international transfer windows opened. We've seen lots of our players leaving Liberia, signing contracts in Africa, in Asia, and in Europe. What does it mean for the league and for the country in particular?
Well, this is the legacy. This is what we call, I mean, I won't boast to say the achievement. This is what we promised Liberia. That first of all, we need to be patient, but we have to start looking at the positive impact in the next few years. So when we took over, I mean, prior to taking over Liberia Football Association, we talk about reactivating all sector of sports. And our focus was on youth football. And the first pilot we started was to bring in a former national team coach and youth coach, Ansu Kira, to start up a program, okay, with young players. And I mean, you can see from the U15 group of players who he trained over the period of 2 years, migrated to under 17. Unfortunately, could not participate in the the final tournament in Mauritania. But today we've seen the exodus of both of them into Europe. And in the next 2-3 years, you start to see, huge, improvement. And now, taking into consideration all of that, Julius, we think, the work we've continued to do and we're going to continue moving forward is to invest and strengthen our youth football sector. And in doing that, we've launched the Henry Newman Brown Football Academy, embedded with the Talent Development Scheme, fully owned by the Liberia Football Association. One will ask why the Henry Newman Brown Academy owned by the Football Association. Well, it costs a lot of money to develop young players. Mm-hmm. If you want to develop talented players, it takes around 8 years, removing them from U10, U8, U8, U10, U12, U15, U17. Now we're talking about real football development. It costs a lot of money. And with the LFA investing that money in players who belong to clubs, it is not wrong, but bulk of the money comes back to club. How do we reinvest? How do we guarantee having sustainable funds to reinvest in our football development program and decentralizing these activities all over Liberia? So we came up with an idea that, yes, we own the academy as a football association. No share to any of the LFA officials, but 100% share to the LFA. Intended to reinvest whatsoever funds that come to the academy into youth and grassroots football development all around the country. So looking at the ecosystem of football, when we discuss football, you start talking about first, you have to identify the talent. In identifying the talent, we have to visit the 15 counties on a regular basis. Mm-hmm. We have to also assign talent coaches in those areas, 15 counties. And today we are grateful to have one of our legends who play football at the highest level, Jim Salisa Deba, who heads, the youth, scouting program, the chief head of scouts and talent identification. So in this kind of program, the talent development scheme and the academy program,
we go, first of all, you talk about, you have to identify the talent. Once you identify the talent, you have to develop the talent. When the talent is developed, then you go to transitioning with the talent. So with the phases that we have today, identifying the talent, yes, we now go through the development stage. And if you recall, we just ended with what we call the best out of the best.
Mm-hmm.
So the best out of the best is bringing the collection of talents identified in the 15 counties, bringing them to the center of excellence, the technical center, that they compete among themselves. You go through the filtering and identify and gather the cream de la cream from among those groups, and then now put them into the development stage. From the development stage, they start to transition from the U16 playing in the U16 competition, U17 competition, and the U20 competition, U23, and boom, you start seeing those players moving up there to Europe, playing for our senior national team. So it's the overall scope of football, and this is what we promised Liberia. This is what we promised Liberians and our stakeholders, that look, we are going to develop football, bringing in a grassroots, and part of that transitioning is what we also introduced for the first time in the country. Today we have now a U8 league, we have a U10 league, we have a U12 league, we have a U15 league, and latest next year we'll be launching our U17 league for boys. So you start to see the transitioning, giving the opportunity and chance to young boys and girls to play football from one level to another level, learning and gaining quality education in football. And on an overall, the guaranteeing aspect about this is to also have quality educators. In order to have quality educators, you've seen how we move forward with the D diploma courses, the C diploma courses, the B diploma courses, the A diploma course that we just launched. And our partnerships now from the level of universities, want to go to high schools, to partner with them to develop more people. So
have you started, sorry, from the university level?
Well, we've partnered now with Tottenham University. We are now working along with schools, because what we want to also do, Julius, we want to give back to society. And in order to give back to society and share our expertise is to now partner with the schools. Partnering with the school is to also provide additional education and knowledge to our players. Today, we want to see young boys in school from the 10th grade to the 12th grade gaining experience in sports medicine, becoming a sports medic. They can render services to the school. They can engage in basic health treatment to their colleagues or their brothers and sisters home, learning about CPR, how to address minor injuries, and etc. Looking at the other aspect in terms of during the physical education period, students will have the opportunity to learn about referee and referee development as beginner referee. Through the period, imagine if you are catching them young, 10th grade, 11th grade, 12th grade, getting out of high school, you are almost like an intermediate referee where you can officiate in first or second division games and get, indemnities that it can help you to transport yourself. Mind you, it's not every one of the kids that get out of high school have the opportunity to enter university or have money from their parents to go to university. So we as the Football Association is trying to explore and find means where we can start developing young coaches, from the level of high school. At that end point, all right, we have more expertise where students will understand about refereeing, and if they become a journalist in the future, they know the laws of the game, how to interpret and apply the laws of the game when they're discussing football. Those who are also in that level will learn or obtain a D or C diploma from high school, and they can give back to the community team, the grassroots team, or to their school. So in a lot of ways, we as the LFA now stand ready to working with schools, working with tertiary institutions to ensure that, look, we share knowledge, exchange this knowledge, empower our young boys and our girls as we all develop and grow football together in our country.
Well, before we close, with all of these programs, especially from the end of the young people, how soon do we hope to see a next George Weah and James Diba at that peak?
I think very soon. We're getting very near to it. It's not so far. It's not so far. We've shown, a lot of talents. And again, like I've said, identify the talent, develop the talent, move into transitioning with the talent. So we want to guarantee that we have our U12 league. When we launched it, many thought that.
Very soon, sorry, Mr. President. 5 years, 6 years. Very soon, what do you mean? 5, 6, 7 years, 10 years?
Well,
the Liberians are eager to
we will have great players. I don't know if great as former President Weah, because the best ever, the greatest, the King George, conquered the world. I mean, I'm proud, to have, and to, stand out there and boast that yes, we produce one of the world's best, and he still remains the world best because his record is not so easy to be broken. I mean, Africa best, FIFA best, Euro best. I don't know when a European will come and play in Africa and become a European best player. So, I mean, it's something that we feel proud of, and we think there is more that we can do. We must just develop more infrastructure for our boys to play in a lot of other areas. I mean, boys and girls in Grand Crew County must play on good pitch. Sino County must play on good pitch. Maryland County must have good pitches to play. And I think when they have all of these opportunities and what we've put in place, the foundation we're laying for football in Liberia, we will certainly, and it is guaranteed that we're going to start seeing the end point and the end result. So, I mean, I remain confident. I'm confident, I'm excited, I'm energized in terms of the level of work that we continue to do and the work we're going to do and what we want to do for the future of Liberia, because it's not only about focusing on player development. We are now looking at a commercial. We want to see how we can stand strong and be an independent federation. Yes, we'll be looking up to national government for support, but at some point, when the government is not in the position in the timely manner, we can come in as the federation and address the financial issues in advance. Mind you, you have other individuals coming out and coming out with loose statements, to create distraction in terms of issues of the national team. But I'm proud as a Liberian, as president of the Football Association, that we can handle issues relative to our national team in a way where it does not bring embarrassment to us. And evident by our team now, comfortably being, accommodated in Tunisia. And we just ask our citizens, our friends, our brothers to be patient. Football is here to unite us. Football unites. And we must stay stronger together to continue to develop Liberian football.
We are almost winding up, but this question quickly, just to squeeze it in. Just a month or so for the new league season to begin. Some clubs are and continue to struggle. What is there in the pipeline in terms of support to the clubs? Because some of them are saying they may not participate because they are struggling, strangulated. They don't have money, no support.
Well, I mean, as I stated, first of all, the club, like every other organization, is an independent business registered under the laws of Liberia. However, we want to see our game play. We want to see more competition. And that's the reason why we've guaranteed over the period annual subvention of $6,000 that we have continuously provided to each of our member clubs, including the affiliate members. And of recent, you saw that we also, as mentioned, included from the CAF Impact Program an additional $1,500 to women's football team, totally around $7,500 they're going to be receiving per annum from the Football Association through fundings we receive. Mind you, we have a lot of other priorities, but we think strengthening and giving back to our clubs is also important. We are engaging with other individuals and partners to see how they can come in and give us support to share with our clubs. We also look at, the cash prices. Now we've jumped that amount. So in the past, before we took over at the Liberia Football Association, the women's champions team was not taking over $350,000 Liberian dollars. They were not taking more than that. If you won the cup, they didn't even get the money to be paid. So we came and cleared all of that debt. But we think that in order to guarantee and encourage people to invest more in football, we needed to make the cash prizes attractive. So we started, and now the last season was around $20,000 to the champion teams in the women's division. Today is around $25,000. The male was around $20,000. Now for the new season, the male teams will be getting around, the first division team will be getting around $30,000 US. For the cup, both the male and the female will be getting $10,000 each. So we think it's a lot of money we are also pumping in, and we want to do more than that. Our target is to increase this amount to around $100,000 US for the champions of the first division. Both in the male and the female, because very soon the upper league will be changed to the first division, and we think in that way it's going to help them. So our goal is not to just be stagnant. We are seeking partnership from all around.
Do we hope to see Orange back formally start?
Oh, well, we are working with all partners and those who are interested to come on. We are engaging with Orange Liberia. Mind you, again, Liberia is a small business. A lot of these companies do not want to just come in and put money compared to other countries out of Liberia. So we are pushing, we keep pushing, but I'm telling you that our target is to push, the cash awards to around $100,000 in the first division and the second division. We want to move football and let everyone see the picture of true football development in our country. Our statutes talk about promoting, developing, and protecting the game, and that's what we are focused on. That's what we want to do. We want to start seeing the activation of our zones, okay, our 4 football zones in the north, the south, the west, and the east. I think it's going to help accelerate our activities. We want to start with the deployment of our talent coaches because it's all geared towards what we talk about football development that will guarantee our people. We want to talk about how transparent we are at the Football Association. We want to also promote good governance. We want to talk about safeguarding and a lot of other things that we've introduced at the Liberia Football Association.
Any final thing quickly before we leave, Mr. President?
Well, the season is about to start. We want to say out there to our fans, supporters, go to the field, support your team. Football unites. Yes, there'll be distraction. Don't be carried away by individuals who will come with tactics of division. We are here to serve football. We are here to develop football, and we come to discuss. Let us discuss football development. Let us discuss how we improve football in our country. Let us discuss the players' development pathway, the growth of referee, and finally, we are excited that with the level of investment we've made in referee development, when we took over, in terms of the number of courses per year, in terms of the indemnities increase and transitioning from $8, okay, per match up to $35 per match, I'm happy today with all of what we've done. We have now seen today a Liberian referee participating in the finals of the African Nations Championship, and now he has now accelerated directly to participate in the first U17 World Cup. So, it's something that is good. And the reason why I'm so happy about this, because, a few years ago, we wrote a proposal to change the formation of the Youth World Cup. It was endorsed at the FIFA Congress. Over 180 plus voted in favor of our proposal from Liberia. And they agreed and changed the format of the U17 World Cup. Instead of after every 4 years, the U17 World Cup. And the beginning of that is with, the participation and acceptance of a Liberian referee who went through our development program that we started. And today, Mr. Joel Doe will be flying the flag high, of Liberia at the U17 World Cup. Big achievement for us, something we're excited about. And it's going to move us, to do more. And that's the reason why now we want to find more of those Joel Does, at the level of the high schools, at the level of the universities, so that more Liberians, can work harder and harder to go out there. So again, thanks to everyone out there. We guarantee that we're here for football development. We are here to push football, the agenda of football development, the discussion of football. And Julius, I hope that we can have more time so we can start discussing to people in order to understand what we continue to do at the Football Association, our achievement, the legacy projects that we've launched, and we are going to move forward, and how we are going to continuously grow our football and make it viable over the period.
Thank you very much, Mr. President.
Thank you very much.
We'll have more time. And that's how I would like to do it on this presentation of Midweek Sports here on Intel Sports. Many thanks for watching. I'm Julius Compton. Join us next at the Two-Side Sports page and for the Beto Math Champions Cup semifinals. The first game on today, and it will be a fascinating one between Heaven 11 and Global Farmer, and on tomorrow, Beeb Mountain and Freeport, respectively. Until that time, bye-bye for now.
Midweek Sports provides you with the opportunity to interact directly with the stakeholders in the sector, the players, fans, including technicians. It comes your way once a week, every Wednesday from 1 to 2 p.m. with a repeat on Thursday at 2 p.m. Midweek Sports highlights major happenings and trending news, as well as captivating action and stories, all in the on our app. Intel Sports, Liberia's biggest and professional sports television station, is now located at GSA and Rehab Drive in Painesville. Intel Sports is 100% Liberian owned. It is an exclusive sports platform that provides extensive and quality local content sports programs across the country. Follow us on our Facebook page, YouTube, Instagram, or better still, on our app on Google or Play Store. For business purposes, you can contact us on these numbers. Intel Sports will remain Liberia's exclusive and best sports television station. Intel Sports, Liberia's biggest and professional sports television station, is now located at GSA and Rehab Drive in Painesville. Intel Sports is 100% Liberian owned. It is an exclusive sports platform that provides extensive and quality local content sports programs across the country. Follow us on our Facebook page, YouTube, Instagram, or better still, on our app on Google or Play Store. For business purposes, you can contact us on these numbers. Intel Sports will remain Liberia's exclusive and best sports television station.